Hello, and this time on the Mortgage and Protection Podcast, we are chatting with Paul from Brick to Brick Mortgage Solutions, all about the mortgage process for locum surgeons. Welcome back, Paul. Thank you for joining us. How's it all going?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Yeah, everything all right with you?
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And yes, all good here too. Thank you. So let's get straight into the questions that we've got here then. So, of course, first of all, do surgeons get better mortgages? What if they are a locum surgeon? How does it all work?
Yeah, okay. So they do get locum surgeons, and surgeons generally have quite a high income, so they are generally able to borrow more. So they do get better mortgages, they're able to borrow more because of their incomes are higher.
Mm.
There are some mortgage lenders as well for medical professionals. They maybe offer higher loan to income ratios, smaller deposit requirements, and so they are more flexible underwriting.
Mm.
But yes, because of the high incomes, they generally can get like higher value mortgages. And on the locum surgeons, they do, again, with those, they earn a lot more per hour. Their income situations are a lot more complex based on the contracts, etc. But that's what we specialise in. We've dealt with many surgeons on the complex income situations, and we know which lenders to look at for professional mortgages because they are professionals.
Mm.
And they will look at the locum income based on a 3, 6 or 12-month history, depending on the lender. But we are here to guide you through.
Right, okay, brilliant. Thank you for that. So hopefully that sounds reassuring to start off with. Let's follow on with this next question. You touched on a few points there, but we'll go into a little more detail. So how does the mortgage process work as a locum surgeon? And what if I'm a trainee surgeon? So any differences here?
So the same as other mortgages, really. You come to us here, we assess the affordability by looking at your income proofs, offer you an agreement in principle so you know what you can borrow, and then you can start looking at property. When you find something you like, you have an offer accepted, we'll search the market to obtain the most suitable deal for you. If you're happy with that, we submit the full mortgage application. They will underwrite it and send the value around. Then if it's all good, it will go to mortgage offer. And then the legal work will be completed after that. And we're here with you all the way until you get the keys on that. And on terms of the trainee surgeons, it's the mortgage process, again, is still the same as a locum or trainee surgeon. Trainee surgeons, though, they do often have fixed term contracts, and many lenders still offer competitive terms on those. You may qualify for schemes like the NHS key worker mortgage or professional mortgages tailored to junior doctors, so we can look at all of that as a whole when we ascertain what type of work it is that you do.
Right, okay. Thank you for that. Really well explained, and also a mini step-by-step breakdown of that process too. So hopefully that's helpful. Let's continue on to the next two questions combined. Again, we might cover a similar ground here, but we like to read out all the questions. So what eligibility criteria do I need to meet as a locum surgeon to qualify for a mortgage? And can a locum surgeon get a mortgage without a substantial deposit?
On the eligibility that you need to meet, you need a minimum of 3 to 12 months of consistent locum work. The lender would need to see evidence of ongoing demand for what your services are, a clean credit history, and we'd need to see all of the proof of income for that. And on the terms of the deposit, it's much the same as a standard mortgage. You need 5% as a minimum, as a general rule. As mentioned before, there are a couple of lenders that do 100% mortgages with no deposit, but they have tighter criteria, but generally it's 5% anyway with most lenders.
Right, okay, so hopefully that's all clear there now. And just to reference, we are recording this episode in October 2025, so all the information is correct at the time of recording. Let's continue on then to this question, always a popular one. How does the income of a locum surgeon affect the amount they can borrow for a mortgage?
Lenders typically use your average annual income over the last 1 to 2 years. Some may use day rates multiplied by the average working days, as like a day rate contractor, while others rely on a net profit if you're self-employed. Higher consistent income improves your loan to income ratio. It allows you to borrow more, basically. So yeah, we'll look at the day rate on in some instances. Some instances we'll look at the average of the last 2 years, and
Mm.
like I say, we can look at the profit on self-employed. So we'll look at all of those things to ensure we get the maximum amounts on a mortgage that we can get for you.
Okay, so hopefully that explains that there as well. Let's look at this question now. So people would like to know, what factors do mortgage lenders consider when assessing the affordability of a mortgage for a locum surgeon?
They'll look at the stability of your income, the credit score, any commitments you have or dependents, and obviously what your future earning potential is on that.
Hmm. Yes, okay, so that answers that. Now, we know that preparation is key. So, just to confirm here, Paul, what kind of documentation is usually required from a locum surgeon when applying for a mortgage?
You'd need with the locum surgeon, you'd need generally 3 to 12 months of bank statements. I want to see that stability of income there.
Hmm.
SA 302 tax calculations and tax year overviews. We'd need 2 years of that. There are lenders that look at 1 year, so we can ascertain that when we see those. On
Hmm.
terms of we would also need to see proof of any certain contracts or invoices that you have. But as always with other mortgages, ID and proof of address as well. But just those extra things as a locum surgeon would help for us to do the research on that for you.
Okay, so there's your breakdown then when it comes to the documents to have ready. We have 3 questions left for this episode. So moving on, can a locum surgeon with irregular income patterns get approved for a mortgage?
Yes, they can, but it is crucial to work with a broker who understands locum work. Lenders may average your income or assess your lowest earning period to ensure affordability. So if you come and just give us a call and we can look at that for you.
Right, okay, there we go. Now, people would also like to know, do I have access to the same government or mortgage schemes as a locum surgeon?
Yes, locum surgeons can access all the government mortgage schemes. It doesn't change with locum surgeons now.
Hmm. Okay, so that's good news there. And now, just lastly, you've demonstrated this already, but we always like to end on this note. So, how can a mortgage broker help here? Have you got anything else you'd like to add?
No. Like I mentioned, you just as I mentioned, not anything else to add. You just come to us here initially, and then we can start the process off by checking affordability, etc. And then, like I say, we're with you all the way till you get the keys.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Paul. Hopefully, that has proved useful to anyone listening to this, and I'm sure we'll speak to you again on another episode very soon.
Brilliant. Thanks, Tess. Speak to you soon.
Please note, your home may be repossessed if you do not keep up with your mortgage repayments.